Embarking on a thrilling journey through the heart-pounding world of action cinema. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a fan of pulse-pounding stunts, mind-bending fight choreography, and cinematic adrenaline rushes, you're in the right place. Join me as we dissect the latest blockbuster flick that's got everyone talking. John Wick Chapter 4. From exhilarating shootouts in bustling city streets to gravity-defying battles in iconic locales, we'll dive into the highs and lows of this action-packed extravaganza. But hold on tight. As we explore the mesmerizing sequences that make your heart race, we'll also examine whether too much of a good thing can sometimes be detrimental. Is Chapter 4's insistence on more action also its Achilles heel? Let's uncover the delicate balance between captivating choreography and narrative pacing. From the dazzling siege at the Osaka Continental Hotel to the epic showdowns on the Parisian streets, we'll analyze how director Chad Stahelski's background as a former kickboxer and stuntman translates into unparalleled action on screen. Donnie Yen and Scott Adkins, the fresh faces that inject new life into the franchise, will get their moment in the spotlight as we discuss their impact on the John Wick universe. Does Chapter 4's extended runtime manage to keep the excitement alive throughout, or does it stumble into the realm of redundancy? We'll tackle this question head-on as we evaluate whether trimming the excess could have enhanced the overall experience. So whether you're a die-hard John Wick aficionado or a casual moviegoer looking for an action-packed escape, your YouTube channel name has got you covered. Join the conversation, hit that like button, and let's dive deep into the heart-racing world of John Wick. Chapter 4, where action knows no bounds, but sometimes less might just be more. If the plot of the latest John Wick outing offers no surprises, the stunts are mind-boggling, and Donnie Yen and Scott Adkins are fun new faces. You expect that the stunts and fight choreography of a John Wick film will be top tier. The director, former kickboxer Chad Stahelski, got his start in the movie industry as a stuntman after all, serving as Keanu Reeves' stunt double in The Matrix. John Wick Chapter 4, the series reaches its apex point. That's the chief pleasure of Wick number 4 and its fatal flaw. At 169 minutes, it eventually wears out its welcome, even if it still impresses with some of the best action choreography Hollywood can produce. Chapter 4's greatest strength and major weakness is its action scenes, which are some of the most complex and intricate that have ever been put on film. The siege at the Osaka Continental Hotel, for instance, showcases Stahelski's talent for marrying tension and action into an extended fight scene that pivots from aggressive. Koji and Akira's army brutally take down Gramont's henchmen in the crowded hotel lobby. John Wick Chapter 4 has some of the best action scenes ever. More impressive is the extended action scene in Paris, which finds John battling pretty much every bounty hunter in the world on the streets of Montmartre, inside abandoned apartment buildings, in rush hour traffic in front of the Arc de Triomphe, and on the famous 222 steps leading to the Sacré-Cœur. On paper, this really shouldn't work, yet Stahelski does this by making the transitions from each scene seem logical. The director even stops and pulls a De Palma, inserting a long overhead shot in a Montmartre building to give the audience a bird's eye view of the action, which is both self-indulgent and completely necessary to the narrative. There's an elegance to some of the action here that borders on poetry, and is worthy of comparison to such legendary movies in the genre like Terminator 2. Stahelski's only mistake, and it's a big one, is to linger too much on the action scenes, which not only dilutes their effectiveness, but exposes the strained reality that the John Wick universe now finds itself in. For instance, the fight sequence in the Berlin nightclub begins well enough, with John, Kane, Mr. Nobody, and new character Killa, an unrecognizable Scott Adkins, playing a tense game card game before battling in a crowded nightclub, which has an indoor waterfall primarily to set the stage for fight scenes like this one. As the sequence goes on, Stahelski begins to repeat himself. John kills a bad guy with a gun, then an axe, then kills some more the same way, etc. Meanwhile, The ravers in the nightclub don't react at all to the bloodshed around them, highlighting the fantastical world John Wick operates in, where virtually everyone on the street is a hitman just waiting to be called upon. It's a far cry from the first John Wick, which grounded its hero in a pain that made him instantly a protagonist you could root for. They are also too long and too numbing to be as effective as they could be. When John ascends those 222 steps toward the end of the film and then is pushed down to the bottom to start all over again, there are only so many ways John can kill someone before it becomes too repetitive and, well, dull. And that's fatal for any action film. Highs and lows. John Wick Chapter 4 is a frustrating movie to sit through because there's a great 2-hour action movie in there surrounded by 49 minutes of bloat. I wouldn't cut a single action sequence in the movie, as each has its own form and function that serves the narrative and adds to John's story. Instead, I'd cut down each one just a bit, make the action leaner and meaner, and not linger too much on the absurdity of the hyper-realized world that John Wick operates in. Seriously, does anyone blink twice at shootouts in crowded city streets or old-fashioned duels at popular tourist destinations? Whenever I see a John Wick movie in a theater, I compare it to riding a roller coaster. The ride is short but dizzying, with just enough highs and lows to keep you satisfied. John Wick Chapter 4 is like riding a roller coaster for 3 hours. It's fun at first, but at some point, you just want to get off the ride and eat a hot dog. John Wick Chapter 4 is now playing in theaters. For John Wick fans, read John Wick Chapter 4's ending explained. John Wick Chapter 4's best scene. 5 reasons why John Wick is the best action movie ever. 5 things we want to see in John Wick Chapter 5. And does John Wick die at the end of John Wick Chapter 4? As the credits roll on this cinematic journey, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all you action aficionados out there. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of John Wick Chapter 4 and the electrifying world it brings to life. From the mind-boggling stunts to the intricate fight choreography, we've delved into every exhilarating detail that makes this franchise a true adrenaline rush. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our deep dives into the heart-pounding realm of action cinema. If you've got thoughts on Chapter 4's action-packed escapades or want to share your favorite moments, the comments section is the place to be. Remember, the action might pause on screen, but the excitement continues in our discussions.